So you own the STIHL HS 46 hedge trimmer. Congratulations. What an awesome tool. It's light, it's agile, it's nimble, and it can do all kinds of work around your property to keep your shrubs, your hedges looking their best. And also come fall, it's really handy for taking stuff down, all those green plants, the things that need to be cut off and then mulched in over the winter. But what do we need to know to get the most out of this? What do we need to know to operate this machine? Let's talk about it today. Let's start off with the owner's manual. This is a good thing to have. It's a good thing to read. It's a good thing to sit down some night in your easy chair and just go through it. There's some safety specs in here, some safety stuff, talking about protecting your fingers, your leg, your eyes, your ears. There's some maintenance stuff, really some things that are very important. So check out your STIHL HS 46 manual. But you're excited, you may not have time, so you just want to dive right in. Here we go, a quick overview. First of all, fuel. This is a mixed fuel machine. We're running 2-cycle fuel. That means we're buying STIHL HP Ultra and mixing it with gasoline, ethanol-free gasoline, right? Not just normal gas that we're gonna buy at any old gas station. Please, ethanol-free, especially in a machine like this that tends to sit for a long period of time. That is where STIHL Moto Mix comes in. It's amazing how many of our customers, just like you who own a STIHL HS 46 hedge trimmer, that run the Moto Mix because they find that I'm only going through, like a half a gallon a year or less to maintain my property. And this just solves all kinds of those problems associated with fuel sitting and fuel life. That fuel is going to go right here in the front. So I've got my cap right here. This is one of those flip up caps. Give it a half a turn, pops out, put fuel in it, put the cap back on. Don't do it from your shoulder. That's not gonna work. You're gonna pump this primer 4 or 5 times. That primer is sitting right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough to get the fuel up to the carburetor, out of the tank. Now I'm gonna put the choke on, pull the rope once or twice. It's gonna start. If it's sitting longer, it might take 3 or 4 pulls. Give it its pulls, it's gonna start, hit the trigger, up, squeeze the trigger, it returns to run. Let it warm up, let it sit and idle for a minute while you grab your safety gear. Safety is important. I definitely would always wanna wear safety glasses. You never know what happens, especially if you're working overhead. Protect your ears. The steel brush defender might be a little much for this, but something like this, or even just steel earmuffs, because you are working in close proximity to a gasoline powered piece of equipment. So it's warmed up, I've got my safety gear, and now I am ready to go. Hopefully I've already taken off this cover and I'm good. Obviously, squeeze the trigger. Further you squeeze, the faster these blades move, the cleaner the cut. But we don't always need to or want to run this on full throttle. That's understood. There's something that can happen if you run it on half throttle. This is our most common problem with hedge trimmers. Doesn't matter the brand, doesn't matter the model, is people are out there and they're just running at quarter to half throttle because they're doing small, tight, lightweight little stuff. And now what happens is the spark arrestor plugs up. So if you're ever running this machine and it sounds like it is constipated, like it doesn't want to accelerate, that it doesn't want to rev up, it's time to get out this tool right here. You may or may not have gotten one with your machine. Most of the hedge trimmers don't come with it. So find a socket that fits, and you're gonna take out right on the bottom. Here's my muffler right here. Make sure it's cool, right? So don't do it when it's hot. You're gonna take this piece right here out. I've loosened it, so now I'm taking it out by hand. Bam. See that? See that screen? You can see through it? Well, over time, if I'm not running a machine at full throttle, that gas and oil mix is not gonna burn clean. And what will happen is that oil will start sticking to a resin to this screen, and eventually that screen will get plugged and it won't be able to exhaust, right? It hinders the exhaust. It's constipated is what I say. So if this thing sounds constipated, let it cool down, pull out this screen and take a peek at it. Definitely a good tip to have down the road. If you run this with good gas at wide open throttle as much as you can, that problem will generally go away. A couple other maintenance items. One is on the blades with a spray lube. These blades are moving super fast. There's a lot of friction, there's a lot of heat, and they need to be lubricated from time to time. Depending on your application, the best can be this STIHL resin remover. This actually cuts the pitch, the sticky stuff off of the blades and lubricates. If you're just doing nice, clean, leafy green stuff, you can get away with another lubricant, spray lubricant, without really having a problem. But for the ultimate, the STIHL resin remover, we sell tons of this to our commercial guys. They will tell you that using this not only keeps things cutting better, but extends the life of their hedge trimmer. Underneath, it's not an easy thing, but this gearbox can be greased. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 to take this cover off. And now I can take the STIHL multi-lube, pick up a little tube of this, and you can put that in the gearbox so that you're able to lubricate the gears for the hedge trimmer and extend the life of that. All right, we've talked about fuel, we've talked about plugged spark arrestor, we've talked about blade lubrication, gearbox lubrication. There's another thing that we should pay attention to, and that is our air filter. That's right under here. One screw will take off the cover. So let me grab this, loosen this screw. I want to just back up real quick. This has the STIHL Easy Start, making it super simple to pull, easy on the body. But with that, bear in mind that I don't want to rip the rope too hard. I really just want to pull the rope. If I pull it too hard, too fast, I can end up damaging the starter or breaking the rope. All right, back to the air filter. Here's my air filter right here on the side. Boom, it's a foam felt combo. This should stay pretty clean depending on the time of year, depending on what you're cutting. And usually I use a little screwdriver to get this out. This one's gonna fight me. This is usually an air filter that we'd simply take out and brush off. You can wash it and let it dry and put it back in. If it's starting to look nasty, just throw a new one in. They're fairly cheap, and it's not worth having a damaged filter on your machine. The STIHL HS 46, awesome, lightweight, 9.5 pound, 22-inch double-sided hedge trimmer. This is the machine that you got. Following these steps, following these things will make sure that you get the most out of it. For more tips and tricks and what you need to know to get the most out of your equipment, or to see the latest and the greatest, what's new, what's coming, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Or if you're in the Pacific Northwest, just swing into Carl's Mower and STIHL, your outdoor power equipment experts. We're helping you power your outdoors since 1990. Thank you for stopping in. We will see you soon.